Hello everyone, welcome back to Armchair Armory and the first match review of the 2021-2022 Premier League season. We kicked off against Brentford at the Brentford Community Stadium and it finished Brentford 2, Arsenal 0. I didn't think I'd be coming on to one of these so early in the season feeling already dejected. Like, it's the first game of the season. I never thought I'd say something like this, but it's the first game of the season and I already want the season over because I don't see a light at the end of the tunnel here. I really don't. Yeah, at points it was really tough to watch because before the game I did predict that we would lose because I felt that we weren't ready as a team. Before the game there was an announcement that Lacazette and Aubameyang were both omitted from the squad due to illness. Mikel Arteta didn't really go into any detail about that. He just said they're unwell and that's all I can say. So obviously everyone's going to read into that as something else, but maybe it is just that they've contracted COVID. And if it is the case that they've contracted COVID, then we need to sort out our striking situation as soon as possible because there are two main strikers. When Aubameyang doesn't play, Lacazette plays, and vice versa. So we're in trouble with City and Chelsea Chelsea and City on the horizon. It's not going to be pretty, put it that way. And I think overall, it just that's the thing. I'm not going to go too mad. I just think Thomas Frank and Brentford knew how to beat us. Basically, put pressure. They've got a weak defence. The defence and the goalkeeper make mistakes and just punish that. And, it was very similar to the start of last season, which was, between August and December last season, where we literally had no creative flair whatsoever. But what made it worse this time is that we had, even though he's a promising young striker, he's inexperienced. We had Balogun up front and it's his first Premier League start. And we can't expect him to do an Aubameyang and put everything away. I think some of the chances we created, maybe half chances, quarter chances. If Aubameyang or Lacazette was on the end of them, maybe there would have been a goal there. It's the same. That's the thing. This whole thing about Martinelli being the saviour of Arsenal. Again, he didn't really do very much in the game today. And again, it just proves, even though I don't want to say it, it's looking like the job's too big for Arteta. It just looks like it's not. He shouldn't be doing this job. And if this continues, if we go into Chelsea and we lose that and then we lose against City, it's not looking good. We're going to be looking for a new manager. Before Christmas, probably, we'll be looking for a new manager at this rate. I know it's easy for me to get all doom and gloom about stuff now, but I just couldn't see anything apart from one or two players. I mean, three players there were three players that stood out for me that looked like, I think Jamie Carragher said in commentary on Sky, that didn't deserve to be on the losing side. He was mainly referring to Emile Smith-Rowe and Kieran Tierney, but I also think Lokonga played quite well as well. Yeah, they seemed like the only ones that were trying. Saka did well when he came on. Yeah, they seemed like the only ones that were trying, really. So talking about the lineup, we had, obviously, as I said, Aubameyang and Lacazette were ruled out with illness. So we had Balogun up top. We had Martinelli on the left and Pepe on the right. Emile Smith-Rowe behind them. In the central midfield partnership, Arteta went with Lokonga and Xhaka. And then obviously Leno in goal. And then we had Chambers at right back, Tierney at left back, and White and Pablo Mari at centre back. And that, to me, was quite a decent lineup. Even with Balogun, I was like, okay, yeah, that we should go out there and win this game or challenge at least. I knew it was going to be tough because, as I said in my preview, last season when Leeds went to Anfield, they knocked on the door and just about lost 4-3 to Liverpool. Mikel Arteta just came up, so I wanted to see what he says. Anyway. So yeah, just about lost 4-3 to Liverpool. So I knew that and this is their first time in the Premier League in top flight football for 74 years. And I thought, yeah, they're going to be up for this. They're going to be wanting to take scalps, basically. And they matched us man for man. there's a reason why they're in the Premier League now. As I said, it was very, very similar to some of the performances last season where there were moments where we looked good, but we just lacked the quality in the final third. And then when it came down to it, the 2 goals we could, especially the second one, we could have done a lot better with. So the first goal came from Canos bombing down the right-hand side of the penalty area while Chambers was tracking him. Didn't go in tight. Chambers probably could have done better, and he took a shot, driving shot, scored 1-0. Chambers probably could have gotten a bit tighter to him, but to be honest, I wouldn't necessarily say too much about Chambers on that. I just feel in general we didn't clear our lines and we ended up in trouble. The second goal, however, again, Jamie Carragher kind of echoed what I was thinking, that it was just typical Arsenal defending. Long throw comes in from the Brentford defender. We let the ball bounce, let the ball go over everyone's heads, and it just falls to Norgard, who just open header, just heads it in. And it's all well and good for Leno to be putting his hands up and complaining, but like they should be doing. Well, then again, he was being held back, but I don't know. There was a few chances here or there that we had. In particular, there was one where Tierney ran down the left-hand side. No, was it Tierney? No, it was Emile Smith-Rowe. I think Emile Smith-Rowe... Oh, no, yeah, there was. So there was 2 that stand out to me. There was Tierney ran down the left-hand side, putting a through ball to Pepe, who hit it first time, and David Raya, their keeper, saved it. And then there was another one where Emile Smith-Rowe took it just off the centre circle, or just outside their area, and lobbed the ball into the area, and Tierney got on the end of it with a low volley, and he just missed it, knocked it wide. There was also another chance where Xhaka took a shot from outside the box, and it wasn't too far off the goal. But yeah, it's just the quality. I think that, again, like I've said before, I don't necessarily think this is Arteta. I just think it's an Arsenal mentality thing. We've had this for years, even in the latter days of Wenger. But as usual, the fans look for someone to blame. And they will blame the manager, and they will blame Xhaka, and they will blame XYZ and that kind of thing. And we'll end up going around in circles. And as I said, Arteta will probably be gone in October, and then we'll have to do this all over again. A new manager that then becomes insert name out, because it's not going to stop until KSE invest in the club, or they go away, they sell and go away and find someone that will invest in the club. Because that's the thing. Roy Keane said it on the Overlap interview. It's recruitment. That is Arsenal's problem. That's why we're declining. And that's the thing. You can easily just point fingers and this, that, and the other. And yes, Arteta is inexperienced and the job is too big for him. But it's because KSE and the ownership and all of that don't care about where the club's going. They're like, yeah, let's put a punt on this guy. He worked with Pep Guardiola, so surely that should be okay. But anyway, and that's the thing. We've got Chelsea next Sunday now, and Chelsea look good. They've just won the Champions League. They've just won the Super Cup. They look good, and it's gonna be tough. I didn't think I'd be doing this so early, but maybe our fortunes will change. I don't know. And the Brentford fans were taking the piss at one point, singing 1-0 to the Super League, and then towards the end of the game they were singing "You're going down." That's the thing. I wouldn't necessarily say the performance was piss poor. It was just very, very below par, is what I would say. It just reminded me, as I said, of moments last season, where we looked good in patches but just not good enough. And that's been Arsenal's way since the latter days of Wenger. At some points we've looked good and we haven't done enough to win a game, and then we get punished for it because of our bad defending or, because of one mistake. It's worrying because it's a very, very difficult next couple of games. And, I don't know what's going to happen. I was very pessimistic coming into this game. and I did predict that we'd lose, but you know, deep down you always think to yourself, no, there is a chance that we can do something here. Like, and then I saw the lineup and I was like, yeah, definitely we can win. As I said at the beginning, for the first 2-3 minutes we looked all right. We looked like we were gonna roll them over, and then they started pressing us, and that was it. We just couldn't handle it. And if we're gonna crumble at every step of pressure, or every sign of pressure, from a team like Brentford, then what's going to happen when we go up against Chelsea and City and Tottenham and United? Same thing's going to happen. It's just an endless cycle. There's a couple of weeks left of the transfer window. Can we get Odegaard over the line? Can we get this backup keeper over the line? Do we need to bring in more players? Who knows? I don't know at this point. Because the only people that know is the club. We can sit here, all these people on YouTube and on Twitter can speculate and complain and all this kind of stuff, but nothing's going to happen unless the club want it to happen. You complaining on Twitter and me complaining on YouTube is not going to change what happens. And I've got a feeling we're going to sign Odegaard, probably sign Ramsdale, and that'll be it. That'll be it for the season. We'll still have Bella in here. We'll still have Willian here. We'll still have Kolasinac. We'll still have Nelson. We'll still have Nketiah. People that we said we were going to sell, they're still going to be here. So get ready. Get ready for a long season. I'm sort of speechless to some extent. I don't really know what to say. Yeah, it's just not, it's not great to be an Arsenal fan right now. I think most Arsenal fans came into the season with a bit of trepidation and a bit of negativity. Because you look round and you see teams like Chelsea and United. Chelsea just signed Lukaku. Man United have signed Varane and Sancho. You see Aston Villa nicking Emi Buendia off of us, and then having the gall to bid for Emile Smith Rowe. And then you think, where the hell are we going? Seriously. And it just proves all the people that wanted Arteta, that are waiting for Arteta to fail. It proves them right, and they're the people that I don't like giving into, or I don't like. When circumstance plays into their hands, because they're always going to be negative. They're always going to be people that are like, I never believed in him in the first place. And I always wanted him to do well. But yeah, the job's just too big for him, I think. But, until he is sacked, I'm just going to continue to carry on. He's not going to go until the club think that he's not up to the job anymore, unfortunately. Anyway, I have rambled for nearly 15 minutes now, so I'm not going to talk anymore. I'm not going to do a here's a week or a Gordon who can talk for like 2 hours about the same thing over and over again. So I think I'm going to leave it there. I will be back soon. There'll be more gameplay footage of the Medium and Ratchet and Clank coming soon. And then obviously we've got the next Discussing Things TV shows episode coming, which will be Twin Peaks. And obviously the preview for the Chelsea game, which will be at some point next week, probably Thursday or Friday, hopefully, if everything goes well. So give a like and subscribe if you enjoy this. Share with your friends. Comment, don't be too rude. And until the Chelsea preview or whatever next video I release, take care, stay safe. I'm done.